You're watching Let's Chat.
Tennessee Trivia #1, the name of the latest book out from noted Chattanooga attorney Jerry Summers. And Jerry, of course, as you probably know, a big supporter of the Orange Grove Center. By the way, this will make a great stocking stuffer or gift for that someone on your list, especially if that someone may be a little tough to buy for. Joining us now to talk about this and about Jerry Summers is Tara Roberts, and Tara is the executive director of the Orange Grove Center. Tara, good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be with you today.
It is great to have you here as well. Tara, for those who don't know, give us the executive synopsis on exactly what the Orange Grove Center is.
Sure. We have been blessed to be in this community since 1953, serving people with intellectual and/or developmental disabilities. We do that through offering residential group homes, healthcare, dental services, therapies, a school, and a lot of employment and community services for our day programs. So we serve a little over 1,000 people each day, and
Wow.
it's a great gig.
Many years ago, I had the opportunity and the pleasure of working at Orange Grove, and of course, the center has just exploded since then. So hats off to you and the previous administrations who have led the Orange Grove Center, which is a nationally known center. Fair statement?
It really is. We've had many countries come here to try to learn from and emulate our programs. We do the same thing with all the best practices that we can find. And we have a tremendous board of directors and administration. And really, we have had lots of families that have come to this area just for Orange Grove services.
Tell me about the relationship between Orange Grove and our friend Jerry Summers.
Jerry is phenomenal. Anyone that knows him has to love him. He has been a board member for 35 years at Orange Grove.
35 years. I knew it had
Yes.
been a while. I wasn't sure it had been that long, but 35 years. And you know, it's tough to stick with any organization or any group for that length of time. So Jerry has done a lot of things for Orange Grove. Give us just a few of those off the top of your head.
Well, clearly after 35 years, he is a little bit committed. And some of the things he has just really stepped out on the branches for us has been, he has emceed for many years our Breakfast for Champions and Lunch for Champions events. And let's face it, he's a great attorney. So when we have needed those legal services, he has stepped up every time. So we've been very fortunate to have him. Now that he is later into his career, he's become a very articulate author. This is his 6th book, so we are so excited to be partnering with Jerry and benefiting from another skill that he has that he's lending to Orange Grove.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago where Attorney Jerry Summers, Senator Todd Gardenhire, and I took part in the polar plunge to benefit the Area 4 Special Olympics. And I think it was like the second coldest day of the year. I mean, it was a bone-chilling day. And we're sitting in the bench where we're talking to each other just before the event started. And Jerry elbowed me and said, "How did you get me into this?" And the opposite was true. Jerry's the one that got me into it. Because, you know, when Jerry Summers says, "I need you to do something," you just do it. That's just the kind of guy he is. I know you've gone through the book. Tell me a little bit about what 1 or 2 of your favorite stories out of this book may be.
You know, what I really like about this book is it shows Jerry's clever wit. And if you know Jerry, he has a great dry sense of humor that I find so entertaining. So if you really want to read this book, if you're interested in hearing cool stories that have happened in our volunteer state, and there's one in there about the moonshine feud on Daisy Mountain.
Right.
And there are a couple in there about Lovell Field, how it was Marr Field before that. I mean, a lot of great history that occurred in the early 1900s, mid 1900s, that people like me just did not know, and we want to know, and we should know. So it's, as you mentioned in the opening, there are people he highlights, places he highlights, and then events. So everything from the crosses at Swanee and the history for them, to to the day Lucky Linda landed in Chattanooga. I mean,
Right.
hopefully I'm piquing your interest to find out what some of these things are.
Some of the topics, and I'm just flipping through the index in the book, and I just got my copy earlier this morning. Sonny and Cher. Now you think, what could Sonny and Cher have in common with the Tennessee Valley area? Get the book, you'll find out. A couple of other names that you may recognize. Dinah Shore. Dinah was from Tennessee and, of course, went on to national fame as an entertainer, dancer, and singer. A lot about South Pittsburgh, of course, the Majors family. You can't think of football in Tennessee, at least on the collegiate level, without a mentioning of the Majors family. Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron is talked about in this book. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And tell us where we can get a copy of this book, and the proceeds go to benefit Orange Grove.
The easiest way is to go to our website, orangegrovecenter.org, and there is a tab on the upper right-hand corner that says Shop OGC. And we are,
Shop OGC, correct?
yes, so
All right.
anyone can pick up the book there. We're asking for a gift of $22 for the book. So, and we are hoping to sell lots of them to help us meet some needs that we have here at Orange Grove.
And I'll tell you what, Jerry was kind enough to autograph this book for me, and he will do the same for you. Again, it's just a requested donation of $22, and again, it goes to benefit truly one of the hallmark centers of helping the developmentally disabled at the Orange Grove Center. Tara Roberts, a pleasure seeing you, and you and I will talk again soon, okay?
Thank you.
On the way, still to come, we're talking about heat for the holidays. That's right, heat for the holidays. We'll get to all of that. But first, go get your book, orangegrovecenter.org. That's orangegrovecenter.org. Not only are we talking heat for the holidays, we're talking the Chattanooga Zoo with Darty Long. Stick around. We have much more straight ahead.